Hey, this is Chris, A6 Software. Just a quick intro edit to the second video. It was all originally all in one, but now it's a second part. So yeah, this is just a continuation. So let's see what we get there. Didn't get a great deal there. Let's hope this has worked. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a right noob. Let's just upload this as well. Don't think there's too much in here that changes actually. So. Right, yeah. So in this one, what I've had to do here to get this to work is basically just following the Symfony cookbook entry for form collections, which if you're not sure how to get to, it's cookbook, form, how to embed a collection of forms, and then like, all this stuff's in there. So I'll just copy and paste it basically. I'm also going to upload this to GitHub as well. Anyway, digressing. So before we just had like form, and then we were letting Symfony render this out, but because we need to add in some extra stuff, we got to manually render it, and you generally do manually render your forms anyway, if it's a project of any size. Anyway, so we've got our basic form, not really going to cover that too much, and then we put in this, so that our array, our list of speakers is now in a specifically structured HTML unordered list object. Not object, you know what I mean. And then we've had to put in this data prototype piece. Now don't worry too much if you're not sure what the hell this is talking about, because again you're just copying and pasting from the Symfony site. It's somewhere in here, somewhere, where are we? There we are. Yeah, that bit. So just basically copied out and changed the bit where it says tags to whatever matches up to whichever, whatever you're using. Let's get back. And then what this will do is when we render the HTML, it will change this out to be an empty, but fully featured list element, which the JavaScript that we've created, which I'll show you in a sec, can then use to add stuff in. It sounds like super complicated, but it's really not. If you've ever done any JavaScript, you'll be well ahead of this. If you haven't, then it's kind of cool, so hopefully it interests you enough to pursue a little bit more of JavaScript anyway. And then that was all in the body block. If you remember, we have a base HTML template which we're using to get our bootstrap stuff, and then in there we had already this JavaScript stuff for rendering out the bootstrap JavaScripts and that. But then I've had to put this in as well as a separate block. So just pretty much copied and pasted this bit and put that into here, and then I've added in the parent tag. So if you've not seen that before, all that's doing is grabbing whatever's in there first and dumping it in, and then I've also added in this. So we've got a new JavaScript. It's just our bundle structure using the ascetic formatting or whatever, and then resources public JS speakers. Just the same old stuff. As I say, I literally copied and pasted it and deleted the 2 bits, just those 2 bits. You can have it on multiple lines. I'm pretty sure I said that when we covered this, whatever video it was. So yeah, and then we go into speakers, and again I'm just going to shamelessly copy and paste this from here, and again, and then just use PHP Storm's cool sort of find and replace thing, keeping the preserved case. So it was tags before, but I just put in there tag, and I changed that to speaker or whatever, and then it's gone through and just ripped out these bits. So if anything sort of doesn't add up, that's why. Anyway, so we've got a basic JavaScript. I'll roughly cover what this is doing. So we've got a standard variable called collection holder. I'm perhaps not going to cover it in that amount of depth. So we've added this is the bit that we'll use to add our link when we click the add button. So this will be the add button, which we'll come to in a sec. New link, that's just the list of, oh god, it's hard to explain, easier to show. Just let us show it. And no, we'll cover it. So that's going to be where our links, our list items go, should I say. That's just going to pop that into there. So that stuff is going to go into there, but it's going to be appended in, as you can see. And then we've got this unordered list doodah which contains our collection of speakers. Let's just have a quick look. We've got this. That's basically what that is, which is why it's a class. Jobby. Add the speaker anchor, blah blah blah. Yeah, so that's doing that bit, and then count the current. Yeah, so what that is doing is, let me just read that. Use that as a new. Yeah, so that's just basically so that we make sure that our item goes in the right order into the list, and then we're doing a quick callback thing here. On click. Prevent the default. That's, if you've never seen that before, that stops it from jumping to the top of the page and adding a hash onto the end of your URL. Pretty handy. And then they actually do this function, and this function is which takes our collection holder. So collection holder is up here, but we added it there. We told it what element on the page to use. Blimey neck. I feel like I'm going to die here from all this talking. Yeah, so we added in also added in the new link list element into there. Prototype, blah, blah, blah. Collection holder gets it off that. And that bit is the prototype. So it pulls that bit in. It gets the new index, as we said above. And then it knows where to put that in. So it replaces this name element, which we'll see when we look at the HTML. In fact, we could do that now, I think. Hopefully. Yes, have I not uploaded that or something? Perhaps I've not. So that's because I've just checked out a second thing. Checked out the different branch. No, what happened there? What's going on? And I said, you must add, oh, right, yeah. Well, that's pretty cool to see. Right, saying, must add this into a static bundle. Scary error message, but what we need to do is go into here. It's already there. I've already added it in. I think what it's saying is that's blank because I've not uploaded the latest config. So all you need to do is whatever your bundle's called, MCM bundle, upload that. That should get rid of that error message. Yeah, it looks like it's going to do something. Right, so yeah, cool. Let's have a quick look. Let's see if we can just wrap that round. Horrible, but whatnot. So yeah, we've got this data prototype which has been populated with this escaped, which is what this E is doing. It's escaping our HTML. So this is basically a list element, but it's empty. And then in here we have name. So that's what it's replacing. Yeah, it's going through and replacing all these bits and pieces. Where are we? It's going through replacing anything with the index, so that's like just a number. If we look at these ones, these will probably, can you see, like that's got conference speakers _0 name _1 name, and then this will become _2 name. So that's basically all that bit's doing. And then it increases the index, so that next element is added in, _4 or whatever. And what's this? So this also adds in the add speaker link, which we will see there. So rather than have it after each one, you just add it as the last one. You'll see when we do the remove, though, the remove goes next to each one, which is kind of cool. So then we can just add speakers, and if we just give each one some junk and save it,